Evil people always use these 4 psychological tricks. There is something chilling about evil. It rarely comes dressed as a monster. No, it often hides itself behind smiles, charm, and carefully chosen words. Evil people understand the battlefield of the mind, and they exploit it. They do not need chains to enslave you. They use 2 weapons, subtle, precise, and devastating. If we do not learn to recognize them, we will remain their prey. The first trick is manipulation through fear and doubt. Evil thrives by planting seeds in our minds that make us question ourselves. A cruel remark here, a fabricated concern there, until we begin to see ourselves through their poisoned lens. Epictetus warned us of this when he said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit." Evil knows this truth well. They cannot control reality, so they seek to control your perception of it. They twist it until you stand paralyzed, doubting your worth, your choices, even your sanity. But this is where we must resist. We must remember, fear and doubt are illusions if we refuse to give them power. The one who stands firm in reason and self-mastery cannot be broken by whispers in the dark. The second trick is the weapon of flattery and false kindness. Not all attacks come as blows, many come as caresses. Evil people will often disguise their intentions in praise, attention, or offers of help. They know the human heart longs to be seen, to be valued. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly not to be carried away by the applause of men, because he knew how seductive it is to be admired. But admiration from evil is a rope with a noose at the end. It binds us slowly until we find ourselves doing things we swore we would never do, just to keep their approval. Flattery is not kindness, it is bait, and those who hunger for it will always be controlled by those who offer it. Get exclusive content and deeper insights. Join our membership today. Link in the description. The third trick is isolation. Evil people know that a person surrounded by truth, wisdom, and supportive voices is far harder to control. So they attempt to cut us off from friends, from family, from communities that might remind us of who we truly are. Slowly, subtly, they plant ideas. They don't understand you. They're against you. You only need me. And before we realize it, the walls have closed in, and we stand alone, with only their voice echoing in the silence. Seneca warned us against this prison of the mind when he wrote, "We are members of one great body, planted by nature." We must be watchful that we do not cut ourselves off from the whole. Evil tries to make us forget this, to believe we are islands, dependent only on them. But true strength is not found in isolation. It is found in knowing our rightful place in the greater order of life, connected to something far larger than one person's control. When they attempt to isolate us, we must hold fast to our reason and our bonds with others who value truth. We must not abandon ourselves to their manufactured solitude. For the one who knows they are never truly alone, who remembers that the universe itself is their companion, can never be enslaved by the false intimacy of the manipulator. Isolation is their cage. Self-mastery is the key. And when we carry that key within us, no prison of lies can hold us. The fourth trick is provocation. Evil people thrive when they can stir chaos within us. They push buttons, twist words, and create scenarios designed to ignite our anger, fear, or despair. Why? Because the moment we lose control of our emotions, we hand them the reins to our soul. They no longer need to overpower us with strength. Our own rage, our own panic, becomes the weapon that destroys us from within. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." And this is where the battle is fought, within. The provocations will come, sharp and deliberate, like arrows aimed at the heart. But if we remain unmoved, if we meet fire with calm, they are left powerless, frustrated, exposed. Their strategy collapses because it requires our cooperation. Evil knows it cannot rule the disciplined mind. That is why it seeks to drag us into storms of emotion. But if we stand like a mountain, silent, immovable, untouchable, then their schemes dissolve like waves crashing against stone. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more wisdom to guide your journey.